Good morning, our wonderful Helena High School freshmen. It's Mr. Mergel here again to talk to you about our MBI principles. Yesterday, we talked about what it means to be a graduate, and it took you some things through the breakdown of our graduation credits in order to meet those 23 credits to graduate. In order to graduate, you have to be responsible. That is another one of our principles in our MBI model. So how do you be successful in high school, and what does being responsible look like? Well, one, being responsible is taking ownership of your own actions. I always talk to students a lot of times that you have choices. With choices come consequences. If you choose to make a positive choice, you're going to have a positive consequence. If you choose to make a choice that's negative, it's going to have a negative consequence. For example, if you choose not to do your homework, obviously, as you know, you're going to have a negative consequence and you're going to end up failing the class. If you choose to do your work, chances are it's going to have a positive outcome or positive consequences, and you're going to pass your classes to meet those 23 credits to graduate. So how is it to be successful in high school and be responsible, and what does it look like? Well, one, you got to be in attendance. Now, in our situation, in our current educational model, it's not a typical school year, as you know. So if you are an A-Day student, a B-Day student, or a DLI student, it's very, very important that you log in on your remote days as if you are physically in class. This helps create a routine. On some days, teachers might just post an assignment on your remote days, or they might post a video, or they might invite you into a live chat. It's very important that you create this routine during the school week in order to be successful and earn credit in all of your classes. Two, develop positive relationships with your teachers and peers. I know sometimes it's hard to ask questions or to start up a conversation with teachers, but you got to remember you also have such things as email, as well as in Teams, you have the chat that you can ask questions. It's important to show your teachers that you care about your education and that you want to be engaged and you want to be successful. There's nothing wrong with asking your friends for help. We in the education world always ask our colleagues for help. So it's no different than peers being able to ask their friends for help as well. Three, do what is expected of you. If you do your homework, you do your projects, you do your essays, you take your quizzes, you take your tests, chances are you're going to pass your classes. Again, it comes with a choice. You can choose to do your homework. You can choose not to do your homework. You can choose to do a project or not to do a project. You can choose to take a test or a quiz or not to choose to take a test or a quiz. All of these are going to have consequences, and the outcome is going to be greatly determined by your choice. Be positive. I know it's kind of hard in these times to be positive, but being positive is going to go a long way. There are two things that you wake up with every morning. You have a choice. That is your attitude and your effort. If you have a great attitude, your effort's going to be great. If you have a poor attitude and you look at things negatively, then your effort's going to be the same way. So please choose to be positive. Advocate for yourself. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. It's okay to ask for questions. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a tool for learning. It is very, very important because, again, it shows that your teachers know that you want to be engaged. Know your credit situation, staying on track. What does it mean to stay on track? Staying on track is passing at least six classes over the course of your school year. If you pass 6 classes and earn 6 credits, you're going to end up with 24 credits. Now, keep in mind, you got to make sure that you're passing the correct curricular areas in order to meet the graduation requirements of 23 credits. But again, if you get off track, meaning that you may fail 2 or more classes per school year, then you're going to have to find out ways to make up those classes. And I mentioned yesterday, it can be summer school, Montana Digital Academy, or it can be retaking the class itself. So it's very, very important to know your credit situation. If you don't know your credit situation, please stop in the counseling center or reach out to us counselors and we can help you know what your credit situation currently is. Know your learning style. Are you a tactile learner, meaning you're blended, you like to do hands-on, you can also learn from visual as well as audio? Okay, maybe you're just a visual learner, so you need to see things. So it's important for you to advocate for yourself and let your teacher know this is a better way that I learn. Or are you a person that can sit down and listen to something and learn? So it's very, very important that you know your learning style so that you can help advocate for yourself as you progress through your next 3 years of high school, or 3 3/4 years, I should say, since we're just at the end of the first quarter. So tomorrow we'll be talking about another MBI Universal. But please, please, please make sure that it's very important that you be responsible in high school. Again, it's taking ownership of your actions. I hope all of you are doing well and you have a great day.